everybody, it's Rococo. Welcome back to my channel. Let's get this February setup video going before it's March. It may be a little late, but I still count it as an improvement over last month's corrupted file adventure. Ugh. Regardless of that issue, I did pretty darn well, I think, and I'm really excited to show you guys what my process looks like. Since I'm trying out monthly themes, I decided I wanted to have the theme for February be messages. The message theme was mostly inspired by the love note decor I'd been seeing around. Cute little letters or those conversation hearts. So when I was thinking about how I'd like to set mine up, I realized I didn't want to just be limited to letters. I wanted to really go in with this one, and I started looking up different ways to do messages. Next to choose was color scheme. Originally, I was going to go with red because it's Valentine's Day and I already did the pink thing last month, but I just wasn't happy with how it was going. So, since I couldn't choose one, I chose them all, and I did a rainbow. Worked out pretty great for my collage style creation. For all the collage elements, I printed them, cut them out, and then I layered them with my favorite gold gel pen and just stuck them down with your basic purple glue stick. Then, for the mini envelopes, I followed some of those free templates online and then layered them with gold too. You can find them pretty easily, I just need to figure out what I wanted to put in them since I did make them usable. By the way, for my wall calendar, I managed to film the entire process, but somehow, I managed to stop filming the entire second half of my A5 planner monthly. So, pause for shame. When it came to those envelopes, I did end up using them to house some notes I took throughout February for Black History Month. I'm not really going to go into what I wrote because I don't want this to become a performative thing. I don't have, nor do I want to take, any space dedicated to this topic as a spotlight for myself. However, if you would like to see some amazing spreads dedicated to Black History Month by some amazing Black creators, check out Designing My Days, Jameis Plans, and Lydius the Maximus on Instagram. These planners are consistently putting out fabulous work, so it's no surprise they knocked it out the park yet again. Absolutely head on over and show them some love. Once I got my planners all sorted, I started in on my bullet journal. The 3 pages I decided to make for my bullet journal in this video are a random transitional page, a month page, and a content page. I was really excited about using my bullet journal this time around. I have a goal to write at least 2 pages in my bullet journal every month, and so far, I've kept it up 2 months, have not missed it yet. Look at me, killing the game. Anyways, this first one is going to be a transitional page. I want to stick to something in the envelope, and again, I think that's gonna be a message or a note to myself, but I'm not totally sure. On the new blank page, I decided that I was going to flip the orientation and mix it up. I wanted the title of the month section, but I wanted to do it in Russian. If you don't speak Russian, that says February, by the way, and I carried over the rainbow theme from my other monthly spreads. I think my lettering turned out really nice on this one, which makes up for my terrible lettering that happened in my A5 monthly, which unfortunately you will see the results of later. After putting in the rainbow and the squiggles, I went ahead and highlighted with, you guessed it, more gold, and added some little teeny tiny flowers and hearts because it's fun. Now, I did not check to see if my Sharpie that I used would bleed through to the other side. And it definitely did. So, I needed to figure out a way to cover it up. Fortunately, I had already started this whole collage theme, so I decided to use that to my advantage. Since I already had the texture going, I decided to take a separate piece of paper and write out my NATO phonetic alphabet phrase, cut it out, and then put it on in the collage style with my leftovers to cover up my lack of forethought. But we're planners here, and we never fly by the seat of our pants, so we'll call that continuing the theme. Add a little guest appearance of my handy-dandy purple glue stick, and poof! Bleed through? Who's that? Nobody here. If you can't read it, by the way, it says things I like about me. I figured, month of love, may as well include myself in there. After messing around with the sticky notes for the actual things I like about myself on there for roughly, 20 minutes or so, I finally was happy and I filled in all the blank space with My favorite color, gold. Well, one of my favorite colors. I have a couple in no particular order. My favorite colors are black, blood red, yellow gold, and red pinks. And if we're counting glitter, even though it's finished, that goes on there too. What's your favorite color? Comment down below and let me know. On to what you're looking at now. We're at the end product of that monthly page in my A5 planner that got deleted, but I really do like how it turned out overall. Sorry, by the way, for the shakiness that's going on. I'm not sure what was going on with my hands. I just was shaking all over the place. Something to work on for the future. Anyway, as I was saying, if you want to see any of these close up and still, you can check out my Instagram. They're all posted up there. Same name, Rococo Does Designs. I really love how everything turned out here, and I was really excited to share this process with you. If you liked it too, please let me know. Leave me a like, a comment, share it with your friends. It just shows me that you enjoyed my content and gets me excited for making the next one. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click that notification bell so you're the first person to know when my next video comes up. I adore all of you so much. Thank you for stopping by again. Until next time, love ya!